Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel that knows nothing. I'm Jem and let's get to it. Lost my voice there for a bit. So today we are doing the Totally Should Have book tag, and I've not been tagged in this. I've never tagged in anything, but I do them anyway because they're fun and other things, and I'm really tired. Anyway, we're gonna get to it. This is my opinion. You don't need to take it seriously. I don't even know if I take my opinion seriously anyway. The first question is, totally should have gotten a sequel, and in my opinion, The Summer I Wasn't Me by Jessica Verdi should have gotten a sequel because I like the ending, but it was so open-ended that I'm just like, is this gonna work out, isn't it? And I don't want to spoil too much, but it's about a gay romance and they get shipped off to like summer school kind of, and it's like a redirectional summer camp where they try not to make them gay. Anyway, it's a very interesting story and I highly recommend it. Question 2 is, totally should have gotten a spin-off series, and in my opinion The Hunger Games should have gotten like spin-off series. I wanted to know more about the history of Pan Am, and like we hear about it obviously, but I wanted to like, you know, the very first Hunger Games. I want to know what they were like and what was happening there, and like with the history of everything that was going on. Also, I reckon that Harry Potter should have gotten a spin-off series as well, but I prefer a spin-off of the Hunger Games more than that. I think I may get hate for that, but whatever. An author that should write more, and in my opinion it is Sophie Flack, who wrote Bunheads, and this was like one of my favorite books. It's so good. It's about ballerinas and stuff, but it's really interesting to have an insight into that because not many people write about ballerinas, and I don't know. A character that should have ended up with someone else, and I reckon that Tessa should have ended up with Jem in the first place and not with Will, but we're not going to go into like the politics of that because I feel like it's not a good idea. Totally should have ended differently, and that is Red Queen. And I do love this book. I loved reading it, and I loved like this sort of medieval sort of like futuristic vibe that it held, but I was like so confused when Maven was like evil and kind of like manipulating everybody, and like was just like, I was just, you know, playing the part, and I was very like torn up about it because I really did like Mare and Maven together, and it was upsetting when they weren't together and she was with, I can't remember what Maven's brother's name is because it's been a while since I've read this, but I really wanted Maven and Mare to end up together and I shipped it so much, and it didn't happen. It's very upsetting, and I have not read the sequel Glass Sword yet. It's on my list of things to do, but I don't know if he redeems himself in that one or if he dies, so you just never know until I read it. Totally should have had a movie franchise. Looking for Alaska. Why? This was my favorite John Green book. I loved it more than any of his other books because I did not particularly love Fault in Our Stars or the others like that have been hyped up. This one was barely hyped up, and I'm pretty sure it was his first like work published, and it's not been hyped up, and I'm like, hype it up, damn it. This is such a good story, and it's very emotional and sad, but it's so relatable, and it's like growing up and dealing with difficulties, and I'm like, damn it, freaking Paramount, you've got the rights to this, do something with it. Totally should have had a TV show, and I reckon Harry Potter should have been a TV show. I know like why it was like a movie, but I feel as though there would have been like so much more information given in the TV show, and like you would have been able to have like several seasons. And like I know like with the movies and stuff, they did have several movies and stuff of that, but you just get so much more from it in a TV show. As they learnt with The City of Bones, one trying to turn that into a movie didn't go very well, and now they're doing a freaking TV show of it, so Yes, make it happen. Even though the characters, I'm like, the actors and stuff, I would not be 100% because I really loved the actors in the movie. But like, storyline is important, guys. Totally should have had only one point of view. I don't really have a specific book that I only wanted to hear from one point of view, because like, it's good to hear from different perspectives and stuff, and I think it's a good thing to like know what's going on in another character's head, because if you're only hearing from one character, you have no idea what's actually like happening some of the time, like in novels. Depends on what novel you're talking about too, and it's very like up in the air for me. I don't know. I haven't found something that I've disliked, about hearing from different perspectives. Totally should have a cover change. Now, with this one, I said Percy Jackson, and that is because in Australia they have some really weird covers. I don't personally own these covers, but I bought all the sort of, let me just grab it. I own covers similar to this. This is the last one, and I think those ones are fine. Like, they're not the best cover, but they changed them into something else and I was not really happy with it, if you know what I mean. They just look stupid now. And then there's the American covers, which are really cool, and I will never buy them because they're so pretty and expensive. And I'm happy with these ones. These ones have like some personal like value to me, because I'm like, I remember like reading this book in primary school. It made me so happy, and I meant high school, not primary school. Feels like forever ago I was in high school, whatever. Totally should have kept the original covers, and this is the Iron Trials. It's called the Magisterium Chronicles or something. I don't know. I only ever got the first one, because over here they changed them to these weird looking covers. I'm gonna see if I can find it and put it up here. But they like, this one is like so much cuter, and they do sell the other ones online that look like this, and they're like really like awesome looking. But I remember going into like the bookshop and they've just changed all the covers. Like the first one doesn't even look like this anymore. It's this ugly white one. And I'm like, why would you change it? This one's like so much nicer. It's like some it's pretty art. Like, why would you change that? Just don't understand. This is the last question. Totally should have stopped at book 1, and in my opinion it was The Tempest by Julie Cross, and it was a really good book. It's about time travel and stuff. It's very an emotional read. At least it was for me. And there's 2 other books. It's a trilogy, and there's Vortex, and I can't remember the last one, what it's called, but I've read this one and the second one. I've refused to read the last one because wasn't that happy with, like, I wasn't that happy with the second one, and this one kind of like, it was open enough that you could like take what you wanted from the end, and it was very like up in the air. I genuinely use that term, it's weird. It was like very like, you could take what you want from the end, and it was open and everything. It was kind of a nice ending. It didn't really need it to be like continued, I don't think. Like there was, maybe it did, I don't know. I just liked it as a one-off book though, personally. Anyway, that is all that I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. I hope you maybe agree with me on some of these things, or maybe you don't agree with me, and tell me why. Let me know. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time. Please like, subscribe, because that is always nice. And goodbye. I feel like that goodbye went on for too long. Goodbye. Also, up over here.